Hey there everyone, today we are heading into the world of anime to bring you the list of top 10 must-watch sports anime, so let's dive straight in. Number 10 Yuri on Ice. The anime follows the story of Yuri Katsuki, a young man who was once Japan's most up-and-coming figure skating champion, but due to his dismal performance at the finale of the International Grand Prix competition, Yuri contemplates his future as he will soon be past his prime for skating success. At 23 years of age, his luck changes when Victor Nikifaru, a highly decorated figure skating champion, shares a video of Yuri performing one of Victor's routines, making it go viral. Victor flies to Japan to mentor Yuri back into competing. Since Victor is Yuri's idol, he enthusiastically accepts his offer. However, the hot-headed rising star of Russia, Yuri Plisetsky, also desires Victor's mentorship. Therefore, Victor serves as both of their coaches to train them to become the best figure skaters they can be. Number 9 Ryman's Club. The world of corporate badminton is not as easy as it seems. Although considered a former child prodigy, Makoto Shiratori has not been living up to his potential as a badminton player for Mitsubishi Bank. Due to a past incident, Makoto tries to transition from playing doubles to singles. Nevertheless, he fails to produce positive results, much to his employer's dismay. After being fired from the bank, Makoto is recruited by the Sunlight Beverage corporate badminton team. Surprisingly, not only do practices start in the evening, but he also has to work in the sales department of the company by day. While this is not a novel arrangement, Makoto had thought he was invited solely to play sports. To make matters worse, he is forced to compete in doubles despite his reluctance. Struggling to adjust to his new professional life, Makoto begins to doubt his decision to join the company. However, as he learns more about his latest teammates, he might just find the strength necessary to advance his badminton career. Number 8 Run with the Wind. Former ace runner of Sendai Josei High School, Kakeru Kurihara is chased away from a convenience store for shoplifting. Shaking off his pursuer, he runs into Haiji Kiyos, another student from his university. Haiji is impressed by Kakeru's agility and persuades him to live in Chikusei-su, the run-down apartment where Haiji resides along with 8 other students. Having lost his entire apartment deposit, Kakeru accepts the offer reluctantly. However, Haiji reveals a secret during Kakeru's welcoming party. The apartment is actually the dormitory of the Kansai University Track Club. He unveils his ultimate goal of participating in the Hakone Ekiden, one of the most prominent university marathon relay races in Japan. Unfortunately, all the residents apart from Haiji and Kakeru are complete running novices. Worse still, none of the inhabitants are even remotely interested in being involved with Haiji's ridiculous plan. With only months before the deadline, will the 4th-year student be able to convince them otherwise and realize his elusive dream of running in the Hakone Ekiden? Number 7 Yuwa Mushi Pedal. Sakamaiki Onoda is a cheerful otaku looking to join his new school's anime club, eager to finally make some friends. Unfortunately, the club has been disbanded and he takes it upon himself to revive it by finding students who are willing to join. Without much luck, Onoda decides to make a round trip to Akihabara on his old, bulky city bicycle, a weekly 90-kilometer ride he has been completing since 4th grade. This is when he meets fellow first-year student, Shunsuke Amaizumi, a determined cyclist who is using the school's steep incline for practice. Surprised by Onoda's ability to climb the hill with his specific type of bicycle, Amaizumi challenges him to a race, with the proposition of joining the anime club should Onoda win, and thus begins the young boy's first foray into the world of high school bicycle racing. Number 6 Initial D. Unlike his friends, Tafumi Fujiwara is not particularly interested in cars, with little to no knowledge about the worlds of car enthusiasts and street racers. The son of a tofu shop owner, he is tasked to deliver tofu every morning without fail, driving along the mountain of Akina. Thus, conversations regarding cars or driving in general would only remind Takumi of the tiring daily routine forced upon him. One night, the Akaji Red Sons, an infamous team of street racers, visit the town of Akina to challenge the local mountain pass. Led by their 2 aces, Ryusuke and Keisuke Takahashi, the Red Sons plan to conquer every racing course in Kanto, establishing themselves as the fastest crew in the region. However, much to their disbelief, one of their aces is overtaken by an old Toyota A86 during a drive back home from Akina. After the incident, the Takahashi brothers are cautious of a mysterious driver geared with remarkable technique and experience in the local roads. Number 5 Hajime no Ippo. In his father's absence, teenager Ippo works hard to help his mother run her fishing boat rental business. Ippo's timid nature, his lack of sleep, and the sea smell make him an easy target for relentless bullies who leave him bruised and beaten on a daily basis. Mamoru Takamura, an up-and-coming boxer, rescues Ippo from a violent after-school incident and takes him back to the Kamigawa boxing gym for recovery. Takamura and his fellow boxers, Masaru Aoki and Tatsuyuki Mura, are stunned by Ippo's powerful punches, a result of strong muscles developed through years serving his physically taxing family business. Following brief training under Takamura, Ippo impresses the other boxers in a practice match against prodigy Ikairu Miyata. He gains a rival in Miyata and a coach in Genji Kamigawa, the gym owner and a former boxer himself. As Ippo takes the first steps in his official boxing career, he faces off against a series of challenging opponents, each more powerful than the last. victory, loss, and a cycle of dedicated training await Hippo on his journey to achieve greatness. With his tough body and unstoppable fighting spirit, the kind young man seeks to take on the world. Number 4 Ace of Diamond. With a stray pitch that completely missed the batter, Agent Sawamura loses his final middle school baseball game. Frustrated by this defeat, Agent and his teammates vow to reach the national tournament once they are in high school. But everything changes when a scout unexpectedly invites him to Tokyo's prestigious Seto High School after seeing the potential in his unusual pitching style. Encouraged by his teammates, Agent accepts the offer, ready to improve his skills and play at a much more competitive level of baseball. However, now surrounded by a large number of skilled players, Agent struggles to find his place on the team. He declares that he will one day become the team's ace, but that's only if fellow first-year Satoru Furuya doesn't take the title first. With his breakneck fastballs that earn him a coveted spot on the starting roster. With the addition of these talented new players to an already powerful lineup, the Seto baseball team aims to become the best in Japan, facing off against a number of formidable foes that stand in their way. Number 3 Blue Lock. Yoichi Isagi was mere moments away from scoring a goal that would have sent his high school soccer team to the nationals, but a split-second decision to pass the ball to his teammate cost him that reality. Bitter, confused, and disappointed, Isagi wonders if the outcome would have been different had he not made the pass. When the young striker returns home, an invitation from the Japan Football Union awaits him. Through an arbitrary and biased decision-making process, Isagi is one of 300 U18 strikers selected for a controversial project named Blue Lock. The project's ultimate goal is to turn one of the selected players into the star striker for the Japanese national team. To find the best participant, each diamond in the rough must compete against others through a series of solo and team competitions to rise to the top. Putting aside his ethical objections to the project, Isagi feels compelled to fight his way to the top, even if it means ruthlessly crushing the dreams of 299 aspiring young strikers. Number 2 Kurokos Basketball. For the last 3 years, Chico Middle School has dominated the national basketball scene with its legendary lineup, the Generation of Miracles. It consisted of 5 prodigies who excelled at the sport, but a phantom sixth man lurked in the shadows and helped earn the team their revered status. Eventually, their monstrous growth jaded them from the sport they loved and made them go their separate ways in high school. And search of new members, the Siren High School basketball team recruits Taiga Kagami and Tetsuya Kuroko, 2 freshmen who seem to have significant differences in abilities. Having returned recently from America, Kagami has both a natural aptitude and relentless love for the sport. Meanwhile, Kuroko lacks presence and exhibits no outstanding athletic talent. However, it is later revealed that he is Chico's phantom sixth man, the player once part of the Generation of Miracles. Kuroko wants to prove to the Siren team that he is strong in his own way. Seeing his conviction, Kagami forms a dynamic partnership with Kuroko, the latter promising to support Kagami's light as his shadow. Alongside their new Siren teammates, they aim to conquer the upcoming Inter-High Championship, but the reappearance of Kuroko's former teammates complicates their plan. Number 1 Haikyuu. Ever since having witnessed the little giant and his astonishing skills on the volleyball court, Shoyo Hinata has been bewitched by the dynamic nature of the sport. Even though his attempt to make his debut as a volleyball regular during a middle school tournament went up in flames, he longs to prove that his less than impressive height ceases to be a hindrance in the face of his sheer will and perseverance. When Hinata enrolls in Karasuno High School, the little giant's alma mater, he believes that he is one step closer to his goal of becoming a professional volleyball player. Although the school only retains a shadow of its former glory, Hinata's conviction isn't shaken until he learns that Tobio Kageyama, the prodigy who humiliated Hinata's middle school volleyball team in a crushing defeat, is now his teammate. To fulfill his desire of leaving a mark on the realm of volleyball, so often regarded as the domain of the tall and the strong, Hinata must smooth out his differences with Kageyama. Only when Hinata learns what it takes to be a part of a team will he be able to join the race to the top in earnest. So that's it for the video. Hope you found the video interesting, and if you did, then make sure to like the video and subscribe to the channel. Thank you.